All right, everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always.
Today we're tackling Mitolyn, this weight loss supplement that's, well, everywhere online.
Yeah, seems like it's really blowing up.
So we've got, let's see, some stuff straight from Mitolyn's website, all the marketing hype.
Of course.
And to balance that out, a review from a health and wellness site should be a bit more objective, hopefully.
Definitely good to have both sides.
So the big question is, Mitolyn, miracle, or marketing? By the end of this, you'll have the knowledge to decide for yourself.
Sounds good.
Okay, so right off the bat, both sources jump into this whole mitochondria thing.
Right, those tiny powerhouses in our cells.
Yeah, and Mitolyn's claiming they're like the secret to unlocking fat burning.
Yeah, boost your mitochondria, boost your metabolism. That's the angle.
Exactly. They even bring up a Harvard study, linking low mitochondrial function with weight gain. Sounds impressive, but I don't know.
A little skepticism is always healthy, especially supplements.
Right, like every supplement company wants to name drop Harvard these days.
It's a good tactic. It works. But the science, while it's there, mitochondria are involved in energy. The marketing, maybe a bit oversimplified.
Yeah, weight loss is complicated. It's way more than just these little, what are they, organelles?
Organelles, yeah. Lots of factors at play.
Oh, but there's this other thing the review mentions. Apparently, that same Harvard study also found a link between high mitochondria and, get this, youthful skin.
Oh, really?
So are they implying Mitolyn's like a 2-for-1, weight loss and anti-aging?
Maybe stretching that connection a bit far. Correlation doesn't equal causation, right?
Fair enough.
Okay,
so let's get into what's actually in this thing. Mitolyn's got 6 key ingredients listed: buckwheat berry, rhodiola, Haematococcus.
Haematococcus, now that's a mouthful.
Right. Amla, theobroma cacao, and schizandra.
Quite the lineup.
Some of those sound familiar-ish, but Haematococcus, what even I asked that?
Well, the review describes it as, let me see, unique red algae, full of antioxidants, of course.
Naturally. And Mitolyn's website, their big thing is it promotes mitochondria. Seems to be their answer for, well, everything.
Catch-all phrase. So we've got, exotic berry, stress-busting herb, mystery algae, each with its own laundry list of supposed benefits.
But the question is, how much is solid science and how much is, marketing magic?
Right, and that's where it gets tricky. Now, the review does give scientific references for each ingredient, which is a good sign.
Oh, that's good to hear.
But even with studies, got to remember, results can be cherry-picked, taken out of context.
True. Got to do your own research. Look at the whole picture.
Exactly. So yeah, buckwheat berry for energy, rhodiola to melt away stress. It all sounds fantastic.
But that critical thinking can't leave home without it.
Absolutely.
Speaking of claims, let's get to the good stuff, what Mitolyn supposedly does. They're promising weight loss, fat burning, more energy.
Of course, that's a given.
Better digestion, even improved mood, sharper mental focus. Are they serious? All that from one supplement.
Bold claims, for sure. Now, both sources, they highlight these testimonials. People saying they lost tons of weight on Mitolyn.
Yeah, those are always compelling. But how do we know it was the supplement? What about diet changes, exercise, all that?
Right. Correlation doesn't equal causation.
Exactly. And even if someone does lose weight, everyone's different. What works for one person
might not for another. Individual results may vary. The classic disclaimer.
Okay, so the energy boost claim, I can kind of see that. If your mitochondria are working better, you'd probably have more energy, maybe.
Yeah, it's plausible. Improved mitochondrial function could lead to that, in theory. But again, not a guarantee.
But what about mood and mental clarity? Are they saying this is like therapy in a bottle?
It's important, to separate the hype from the actual evidence. Some ingredients, like that rhodiola, there are studies on its effects on mood.
Okay, so there's some basis there.
But to say a supplement straight up enhances mental clarity needs a lot more scientific backing.
All right, so intriguing ingredients, some maybe plausible claims, others a bit more far-fetched. What else should we be looking out for as we, wade through all this?
Good point. The review does mention, and this is important, no significant side effects reported with Mitolyn.
Oh, that's good, at least.
However, they also stress, and I can't emphasize this enough, talk to a doctor before starting AG new supplement.
Oh, absolutely. Just because something is natural doesn't mean it's safe for everyone.
Especially if you've got pre-existing conditions or taking other meds. Better safe than sorry, always.
No, I gotta say, Mitolyn's website, they are not holding back on the marketing. Bold text, exclamation points everywhere, pictures of people with 8-pack abs.
It's the dream, right? They're selling the dream. And it works.
It does, but that's why, having a balanced view is so important. Kind of see past the glitz and glam.
Exactly. Mitolyn, it fits into this bigger trend, right? Supplements promising quick fixes for complicated problems.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of that going around.
Consumers got to be savvy, understand real health improvements. It's not just popping a pill.
Right. It takes effort, lifestyle changes, the whole picture.
Exactly.
Okay, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's talk cost benefit. Mitolyn's got different packages on their website, different prices.
Hit us with the numbers.
1 month supply, $59. 3 months, $147. And their most popular, get the 6-month supply, $234. They really want you to commit.
Oh, they're going for it.
Yeah.
And to sweeten the deal, they throw in some bonuses. 3 or 6 month supply, you get this 1-day Kickstart detox.
The detox.
Yep. And a guide called, wait for it, Renew You.
Renew You sounds intense.
Right. So you got to wonder, why the detox? Is Mitolyn not enough on its own? And this Renew You guide, is it actually helpful? Or just more marketing?
Good questions. This is what you, our listeners, should be thinking about. Weigh those potential benefits against the cost, and is it all worth it?
It's funny you mentioned that detox and the Renew You, because it almost seems like they're admitting, right, supplements alone, not enough for real change.
Yeah, that is interesting.
And that Renew You, maybe it's actually helpful, but you could also see it as them trying to, I don't know, address the mental side of weight loss.
Oh, for sure. Like, we focus so much on the physical stuff. Calories, exercise, the number on the scale.
Right.
But the mental and emotional part, that's huge too.
Absolutely. And it kind of brings up a bigger question. For anyone thinking about Mitolyn or really any weight loss supplement, could these things, even if they're natural, create unhealthy obsessions? Mess with body image?
Whoa, yeah, that's a big one.
It is.
But important to think about. We always talk about, empowering our listeners to make informed choices about their health.
Right.
And that means being aware of the whole picture, even the psychological stuff.
Totally. It's not just the supplements themselves, it's the whole weight loss industry, all the pressure that comes with it. It's a lot.
It really is. Okay, so as we start wrapping up our Mitolyn deep dive, what are the big takeaways? What do we really want people to remember?
I think the main thing is, Mitolyn, it might be interesting, but it's not a magic bullet. No such thing as a quick fix for weight loss.
Right.
And any product saying otherwise, be skeptical.
For sure. And we saw, the science behind some ingredients, kind of promising, but the marketing claims?
Grain of salt, definitely.
Big time.
And even though the review didn't mention side effects, always talk to a doctor before trying a new supplement.
Can't stress that enough.
Your health, any other meds you're taking, got to be careful.
So we've looked at the ingredients, the marketing versus the more objective review, even touched on the psychology of it all. But there's one more thing I keep thinking about.
What's that?
Well, both sources, they're all about the potential benefits, right? But what about the downsides? We talk side effects, but long term, what about relying on a supplement for weight loss?
Interesting point.
Could it make you dependent? Could it hide actual health problems that need a different approach?
Those are all really good questions. It really highlights how important it is to see weight loss as a whole body thing. It's not just losing pounds. It's about overall health, mentally and physically.
Totally.
Right.
And that means looking at all the messages we get, right? From supplement companies, the media, even ourselves, that inner critic. Got to filter that out, make choices that fit your own goals, your own values.
It's about having a healthy relationship with your body.
Yeah.
Understanding that true health, it's a journey, not a destination.
And that journey is different for everyone. What works for one person might not work for you, and that's okay. It's so easy to forget that, there's no one right way to be healthy, to feel good in your own skin.
Yeah, it's about tuning into yourself, figuring out what makes you feel your best.
Exactly. And sometimes that means pushing back against all the noise, all the quick fixes out there, really taking the time to, understand your body, what it needs.
It's all about, cutting through the clutter and focusing on what actually matters to you, making choices that support, your overall well-being. It's not just about a number on a scale.
So we've reached the end of our Mitolyn deep dive. We've covered a lot, right? From those little mitochondria to the psychology of weight loss and all the marketing tricks out there.
All to unpack.
But at the end of the day, the decision, try Mitolyn or not, that's up to you.
We've laid it all out there, the info, the different angles, the perspectives. Now it's about, using your own judgment. What are your goals? What are your values?
Exactly. And remember, your health, it's a long game.
It is.
It's not about fitting into a certain size. It's about feeling good, having energy, living a life you enjoy. Don't get caught up in the hype, the pressure, all that. What matters is you.
Couldn't agree more.
So keep those mitochondria humming, do your research, and like we always say, talk to a doctor before trying any new supplement. We're here to give you the tools, not to tell you what to do.
That's right. Knowledge is power. And with the right information, you can make the best choices for yourself, for your health, now and in the future.
And that's what it's all about. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.
Until then, stay curious, stay informed,